You ever see a sign that says something wild like, please don't climb on the cage and pet the lions? Or a sign that says something even more crazy and you ask the question, why invest money into making this sign? Because people were dumb enough to do it, bluntly. We should all know these things that I'm about to talk about. So we can all comment, this is just common sense, but then the title of the video is talking about how Apex players lack common sense. Because it's still happening a ton. I even wager it's happening more than normal due to the difficulty bump on Apex Legends. As time gets more limited and the game becomes more difficult, social awareness goes out the window. The best tip for the video if you don't want to watch the rest: please treat each other how you want to be treated. I'm a glass half full type of guy, but I genuinely believe initially everyone has positive intentions. Whether you're a pro player, creator, streamer, casual player, seasoned player, a new player, maybe you don't even play video games and somehow you're watching this video, it does not matter. At the other side of the keyboard, there is a person. Mistakes and misunderstandings can happen. Both sides need to understand this. But if someone is making an effort to reach out even for a call and come up with solutions, that right there is everything. No one is perfect and context is important. I believe everyone should be given that level of respect, as long as you can tell the intention is positive. Now, what if somebody's coming at you not showing this level of respect and means ill intent? Well, that person does not deserve any of your time. Mute them, report them. If the offense is extreme, don't give them any additional time. You and everyone deserves to be treated fairly and with respect that we just mentioned. Now, there is never an excuse to be a bad person, but one personal takeaway is perhaps that individual is just probably going through something. It literally has nothing to do with you. Also remember, it is important to decipher if it's a misunderstanding. Most individuals on the internet lack the skill set to provide criticism. When criticism is received in a game, one could say, why did you not push? Why did you use your tactical there? Why did you overextend? I think next time, try and wait for us. I was caught at a position. Most react to criticism immediately as a negative because no one wants to be called out. No one wants to do something bad. This can evoke an emotional response. Now, for a person providing criticism, if you are provided a logical response, it's important to just not react emotionally. They can say, I just hesitated. Personally, assault is a good tactical. I thought I had an opening and tried to push. Will do. A debate can happen. It means that at least they gave you a response to try to ease the tensions. And again, their intent is probably not malicious, and that's important to consider. Now, sometimes this can happen and you're provided with sass, anger, or the tone is just negative. It's important to understand how they're sounding on a call. Text can be very much misunderstood and you're having to guess what their voice is. That is something that everyone post-COVID is very much lacking awareness, is to really talk to one another. If this was in person, most would never act this way. No one means to make a mistake or play poorly, which is why as the game gets difficult, the frustration increases. So you have to balance your competitive nature and being, well, a genuine person. It's why I personally try to hop into calls and hear the voice and tone of the person so they can hear that I genuinely care back. If someone is giving your time, effort, energy, or anything, then you know things can be resolved. It means that they're trying. Not every person you run into, though, is going to like you, and not every person is going to dislike you. For a ton, this is difficult, because no one enjoys being hated or disliked. But it doesn't mean you can't make an effort, but have the peace of mind that you did try. Now let's speed up some of these additional social cues. What if someone does not use their mic? No one needs to use their mic, and perhaps they're going through something at that moment, or are unable to speak to you. So respect their decision to not use a mic, just as you have decided to use a microphone. I have played with players with no mic who are just fantastic teammates, and sometimes those with a mic that purposely feel like they play worse. So let's answer this next question. What if I go into a streamer's chat and want to play? Well, not everyone is going to want to play with you, especially most streamers, because they have an agenda on that day on stream maybe. Maybe they're already playing with somebody, maybe they're playing alone, maybe they have other things that they're trying to accomplish. But also there's no way to prioritize every single person, even if they're a smaller streamer. That commitment can mean a whole lot. Just like if you're watching a talk show host, not every person can be interviewed or shown in the audience or hop onto the stage. Here's another good question I see a lot as well. What if I'm looking to grow in social media and looking for my shot? Well, the best way to grow is generally making content. I mean, in a genuine way. After doing this for years, never have I seen the biggest shoutouts work unless they were already making great content. Otherwise, any shoutout does the opposite. You really don't start making good content because you get a host, you get a contract, or there's money there. Now, my way is not the only way, from my personal experience. I make content because it's fun. When you do something because you love it and your mission is not money, opportunity comes and others will see that and want to be a part of it without even having to reach out. That old saying, build it and they will come. Now here's another follow-up. What if I'm making content, streaming all the time, and still seeing no results? Well, this is where you pivot to new ideas. New thumbnail, new content style, different schedule, game variety, focus on the audience you want to reach, adjust titles, change the video format. People love to blame others, but never look internally on solutions that they are perhaps the problem themselves. Let me give a very personal example. Whenever I was playing a lot of Battlefield, I was growing on Twitch, but my YouTube channel was not growing. Sometimes a change of game is just what you need. Maybe you don't resonate in that community as much. Maybe Battlefield just wasn't for me. Maybe I love Battlefield, but maybe I can find a love in a different area. And putting yourself out there is never a bad thing. This is why on the channel you see I try a lot of different things. Sometimes I'll try to do a tech review. Not very good at it. Sometimes I'll try these commentary styles. Sometimes we'll do educational content. My goal on my channel is just to share what I feel like is missing on the internet, which is also a really great business model for others. So you can apply this concept as well, not only just to Apex or even your content, but even as a player yourself. Maybe, let's tie this back to Apex Legends, you're always playing a defensive legend. But perhaps you should try playing an offensive legend. Maybe you're meant to be a Wraith main. Maybe you're meant to be a Caustic main. But you got to try something different if it's not working. Because maybe you haven't discovered what you're best at because you just never thought of the other side. This leads me to some of my final thoughts. Be very careful of tearing yourself apart on feedback or trying too many different things. Sometimes there truly are other factors at play. It's never just a one-way street. But make sure you as a person keep your confidence up. Don't let confidence blind you with an ego, but enough to keep you working hard. It's that balance, and I'll be honest, we all struggle with that balance. Just as you can take ownership and reach out to someone for solutions as a follow-up, but if that person does not hop into a call, listen to solutions, or take anything you're offering, you just did the best you could. And that's all that anyone can ask. Even with your content, even with you trying to get better at Apex, there's always other factors, and you are doing the best that you can. If you know that you're doing the best you can, that's something to be proud of. This is why in game and streaming never see me rage at somebody. I always take blame immediately on what occurred. Why? Because I can always do better and be better. It's what my channel is built around. It's why I reach out and provide solutions. People ask me why I don't get mad. Well, because I play games and do YouTube as my passion. It's my escape. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, and it's something I love. I know this is probably the slowest way. I've actually really confirmed it's like the slowest way to grow on social media, but it makes me proud of the direction that I personally have taken. I know this video feels a bit ranty, but I hope it can send those positive reminders for everyone. I know it sounds cheesy, but even if this video gets a small amount of views, then those people will spread that awareness and kindness. All it takes is a few people to really start a spiral and a movement. Just as much as a negative video can change the mindset of everyone, a positive video, well, I'm hoping, can do the exact same as well. So, this is a lot we covered, but we cover more of these topics that's coming in a future video on the Soar Apex channel. I put the @ in the description. I discuss more with Violet Lex, getting her opinion on why people can use Apex as a dating service, what you do as you improve over time, how streamer etiquette could work, or just overall treating others with a genuine level of respect. And that's the whole point of today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for even taking a little bit of time watching this video. I hope it kind of gets your mind thinking. Let me know if you like more videos like this. I was thinking about a lot of what's going on in Apex, and I feel like it's more or less on social topics of what's happening than less of sometimes what happens in-game. It's another aspect I think we all need to improve upon, and even myself. So thank you guys again. I'll see you guys on the next one.